guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time tuning in, my name is Tara. I'm your beginning friendly nail tech. So you guys, we're going to be doing a set of Kaw nails today. I am applying my acrylic. I believe this acrylic is from Dynamic Nail Supply. I think it is their vintage, which is a pretty good nail acrylic, and it's affordable, you guys. I'm ordering a few more of their acrylics. I mainly order a lot of nude bases, and that's a great tip for anybody that's starting out. When I first started out, you guys, I was buying all types of acrylics from all type of brands because I was watching videos and listening to other people, and they was like, oh, I use this type, I use that, this is really good, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. And I swear, I have so many acrylics. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna do a video and show you guys how many acrylics I have. I have so many different types of acrylics from different brands, and I have learned that you do not need all those different types of acrylics. You don't even need all these colors, because mainly your main uses is going to be nude. Like if you get your clear, your nude, you're pretty good. You know what I mean? You're great. You're on point when it comes to, because most people, if they show you a picture of something, there's always going to be some type of nude base to it. So yeah. But anywho, as you watch the video, you'll see that I'm applying my acrylic, and the acrylic is laying pretty good, but I am having a few technical difficulties with the with my monomer and powder ratio. It's not that bad, but I'm still working on it. It's not super perfect, but if you ever find yourself feeling not too confident with your application, with your acrylic lay, you can always use your hand file. I know a lot of people don't really use too much of their hand files, but when I first started doing nails, I used my hand file. Even when I started doing nail prep, I was using the hand file because I was kind of scared to use the e-file. One, because I didn't really understand how to do the speeds, and on top of that, I was afraid that I was going to cut someone. So I didn't start off using my e-file for a little while. And like even right now, I still use my nail file over my e-file. I especially use it when it comes to knocking down any of the bulk of the nail. But then I also use my 5-in-1 nail bit to clean in that area of the cuticle, to seal the cuticle a little bit more. And I also use my sanding band. But when it comes to just old school nail file, I still use it. A lot of people don't use their nail file that much to knock off bulk, because they have gotten so used to using the 5-in-1, which is a good bit. The 5-in-1 is that's definitely a bit that I would invest in if I was anybody that was watching this channel, because it is a good bit, especially when it comes to sealing in the cuticle. But always, if you can, try to use your nail file as much as you possibly can, and especially in the beginning when you feel like your nails are a bit too thick or not as smooth as you would like them to be. So now's the fun part. Now, when it comes to nail art, you guys, I think anything that you start hand drawing on somebody's nail is considered nail art. A lot of people will say, oh, well, French is not nail art. If I'm drawing it on your hand, baby, it's nail art. French is, to me, and this is my opinion, French is considered nail art. So right now I'm just drawing the little monster, the base part for the little monster that goes on. It's a claw nail. The nails are called a claw, and I'm doing the monster animal that goes on the claw nail. And this design, y'all, is extra. Like, a lot of people have done this design. I have done it probably once before, and I really like doing this design. And the more that I do it, the better I'm getting with it. And I see that it really, with this design, there's really no like right or wrong way to do claw. You know what I'm saying? You can get it as neat as you want it, but it's not really no right or wrong way to do claw. And it's a couple other art designs that honestly there's no right or wrong way. You literally, if you do it, you can't really like mess it up. But when it comes to French takes, I believe, honestly, French, when you do a French nail, it takes a little bit more preciseness to it. You really have to be able to really do a French nail. Practice a French nail, not be able, but if you practice it more, the better you'll get at it. French can be a little bit difficult to do, but this is one way that I have been working on doing my French. I draw a line in the middle. I try to get it kind of right in the middle. It's not always precise, but then I draw a line going a kind of curve from the right and the line going kind of curve from the left, and try to get them to connect in the middle of the line that I drew in the middle. And then I do all the fill in. Now, there are some other ways to do French, and I'm trying to practice and see which one works for me. And that's kind of what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to kind of just, when it comes to French, you're going to have to just kind of see which technique works for you and give you the French that you like and is okay for you, because everybody does French in different ways. Some people do it the long way, the long French, or they rather have the short type French, even if they have long nails. So everybody do their French a different way. Right now you hear my dog in the background. He wants to get out of his cage. And then now here comes the train while I'm recording. But yeah. Everybody does French in different ways. You just have to figure out which way works for you. Right now, like I said, this is the way that's kind of working for me right now. There are other ways that I'm practicing how to do French. And once I get which way works better for me, that's when I'll just stick with that technique versus any other technique. And that's the same way with anything that you do when it comes to nails. You can watch anybody's video, but you still have to kind of do it what way, do it the way that works for you. We all go in the same direction, but we all are going to take different journeys to that destination. So my destination is to get a really good, perfect French. And right now this way kind of works for me, but like I said, I am working on other ways to get that perfect French that I feel is the perfect French. when it comes to doing your nail art, you are not going to get things perfect. I swear to you, drawing this line, and then you'll see me kind of struggle with another part of the art. And then once I was like, you know what, I'm kind of frustrated with it, I'm just change it up all the way together. And you'll see that at the end. Um, don't be afraid to, fix it up, try to clean it up with your cleanup brush, or just wipe it off all together. You'll also see me do that a few times, kind of wipe it off, be like, I don't like how that looked. You're going to be your own hardest critic. I think we all are, especially when it's something that we really want to do, but we're not like catching on like other people are, or whatever the case may be. You're going to be your hardest critic, but don't give up. Because nail artwork is going to take some time to do and to master. I mean, you gotta have some really steady hands to do nail art. And I'm not that person that has really steady hands. So you'll see me throughout the course of my YouTube channel make mistakes, but I will try to clean it up or try to do something that I feel that I'm more comfortable with doing. We have to stay in our own lanes. We veer off, but if it's not something that we're comfortable with doing at that moment, we can always try, something different that the client will be acceptable with. Most clients, they cool with, "No, girl, I can't do that design, but I can do this." And they be like, "Okay, that's fine, that's cool." Just explain to your client that there's certain limitations, like, "Sis, I can't do that. Sis, I ain't there yet, but I can do this." You know what I'm saying? So don't always just deny doing the nail artwork or just give up. You can always do something that you're comfortable with doing. Also, try to practice. This is something that I usually do too. Try to practice if a client sends you a picture of something that they want, and you think you can do it, but you're not too certain about doing it. Try practicing it first before you put it on them. Like, get your practice hand, or your practice nail tip, or even just drawing it out on a piece of paper like it's a nail. Try practicing it that way first before doing it on the client. That way you can build up your confidence when when your client come in, you ready, you know what I'm saying, you can practice this, blah blah blah. You're more confident in your work for your client. right here, you guys, you're going to see me struggle. I struggled. I literally struggled trying to do this middle finger nail design because I really wanted to get it. And I did not practice as much as I should have before I did it. And then once I did it and I'm looking over the video, I'm like, I really should have tried to go ahead and just see the whole process through, because it really didn't look that bad the first or second time when I did it. But you'll see that I changed the design. My client was okay with it, and it still came out cute. That's what you're going to have to do sometimes. And I swear to you, now my mind is set on trying to do that middle finger. So I'm really now practicing how to do the middle finger design. So the next client that asks for this design, I can do that middle finger design. So that's all you have to do when you have, hiccups like that, when you make a mistake on something like that. It's okay to make mistakes. Just be like, you know what, I'm going to change the design because I'm really not feeling how this coming out. I'm going to just change it to this. Are you okay with that? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be okay with it. 9 times out of 10, they're going to rock with whatever you're doing because they trust you and your judgment on the nail design, or on their nails. If they didn't trust you, they wouldn't be sitting in your chair. They wouldn't even booked with you. None of that. So don't get too caught up on don't sweat the small stuff. All you have to do is make sure you have open dialogue with your client and just explain the situation. And 9 times 10, if they know you're a beginner or they know that you're fresh to this, they're going to be understanding and they're going to be okay with it. Oh, and for any of those who's out there like, I can't believe she put this on here. I can't believe she put this, this on here because she wasn't ready to come in out doing perfect nails. This is a beginner-friendly channel. So if you're looking for perfection, go to those other channels. Look at the other channels. Watch the other channels. Please do not follow me. This is a beginner-friendly challenge. That means what we do, we're going to mess up over here, and we're going to figure it out. So thanks for tuning in. And like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.